Hi, beautiful seekers. Welcome back to the Existential Shift, or if you're new, very happy to have you. This will be a 2-week tarot forecast for all the zodiac signs. We're going to go sign by sign, including Ophiuchus. So everyone is going to have a representation. And after I do tarot for each zodiac sign, I will also do runes. So it's going to actually be tarot and runes. If you feel inclined to timestamp this, if you're watching this as the recording after the live, thank you. That would be absolutely wonderful. If you like my style of reading, if you like me, um, check out my Tarot Masterclass Bunka if you want to study tarot as well. It's available on Vimeo. Link to that is below. Okay, how is everyone doing? If you're in the chat, please feel free to say hello, where you're tuning in from, what's your sign. Always happy to know. Even if you're watching this afterwards, like as a recording, feel free to write in the comments. I'm also interested in knowing that. Usually, as soon as the live starts, there is like advertisements. So maybe you're just kind of skipping the intro because you're busy watching a commercial. Sorry, but maybe you've just joined. Anyway, hello. Okay, we're gonna start with Aries and then we're gonna go through the zodiac signs. Okay. Hi, JK. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Happy to have you. It is super hot where I'm at. I don't know if there's anywhere in the world that isn't super hot, but A-chan, welcome. Hello. Happy Venus retrograde. Happy Venus retrograde. I like Venus retrograde. It's not the same as Mercury retrograde. Sometimes people get the two confused. It doesn't have mercurial aspects. It has Venusian aspects. And let's remember that retrogrades in general, when planets retrograde, they are more potent. They are closer. They affect us more. So that's why when Mercury is retrograde, it's more intense. The mental agitation gets also more intense, so that confuses us and that confuses technology. Too much mental energy. When Venus goes in retrograde, it's very potent Venusian feminine energy. So feminine themes comes to the forefront, and also challenges come to the forefront, because sometimes to gain harmony for an archetype, it has to go through the hero's journey and to go into a combat, depending on the situation. So some people will feel ease in their romantic life during this retrograde, and some people will feel very challenged in their relationships. It really all depends on where you're at when it comes to Venusian topics in your life, and that applies to relationships and love, of course, but also to the feminine energy within you and how it plays out in your life. So it's not scary, it's not confusing, it's not hazardous, it's not dangerous or bad. If things break down relationship wise, it's because, the writing was on the wall and red flags were bloody red flags. So it's not a surprise to you, it's not a shock to you, and it's for your highest good and benefit. So if the relationship is good, it will give you an opportunity to resolve things because they will come more to the forefront. If the relationship is not good, it will be things you'll finally realize, like, where I can't do this anymore, I don't want to do this anymore, etc. JK, I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Hot, but well. Okay. Any commentary on that? Any questions? Anyone wants to say hi? I see a few people in the chat. Not everyone is saying hello. What's up? They're like, I'm an anonymous supporter. That's okay. That's cool. Okay. Andre, hello, dear. Hello, dear. Let's just get straight into it. We're going to start with Aries. So my Aries seekers. Messages for the next 2 weeks, please, for Aries. Hi, Kat. Thank you. Blessings in return. Andre, you're a Taurus sun and Gemini ascendant. That's cool. So the next signs are for you. Aries. It's being shuffled, and I pre-shuffled the deck so it's kind of cleared from past energy. So it means that the lengthy shuffling is part of the reading for you, Aries. Those are too many cards. I'm not gonna do really quick readings. I'm gonna go into the reading, but I also don't want to do like a full length reading. So those were too many cards. A little less cards, please. Make the message more poignant. Aries seekers for the next 2 weeks. There we go. Still several cards. Okay, we'll just take it. 10 of Pentacles and the Fool. There we go. 7 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and 8 of Cups. Okay. Aries, you seem to have an establishment of some sort that you're a part of, a big commitment, a relationship, a group of people, a lifestyle, a political party, a school, an ideology, whatever the case may be, a group of friends or a community. You can play out in various levels, but it's something that has been sustainable and stable in your life and also brought you a lot of benefits and good things. But it seemed to have played its role, its part in your life. There seems to be an itch to go off on a new adventure, to express yourself anew, to the new reincarnation within this reincarnation, another chapter within the book, if I may. It's hard for you to do so because, again, the 10 of Pentacles, it brought you everything has its challenges, right? But big picture wise, this place, this commitment, this situation has been doing you a lot of good. It's been a legitimate part of you in your life, and you've been a legitimate part of it, but you're different now. You're ready to spread your wings. You're ready for the next phase, and it's going to come with a struggle. Some people will want to keep you behind, again, not because they want to limit you or hurt you, but because they want you to stay around, because they like you, because you're awesome. They don't want you to go. So it's not coming from ill intent or desire to hurt, but it is coming from a place that will bottom line sabotage you. You're going to have to face it and stand up to it. It's going to be harder because there's no ill intent there. But then it's followed by the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. I see you following a new dream, a new passion, a new desire. This could be something that you've actually wanted a long time ago. So it's not a completely new dream, not a completely new desire, but maybe it's something that you put aside or made it to be less important in your life. You focused on whatever this 10 of Pentacles represents, and you put that aside. So it's either something completely new or it's a renewed dream, but it will require you to let certain things go and leave certain things behind. It could be a place, could be belief system, it could be people, it could be all of the above. Because when we have a very strong belief system, for example, it creates our surrounding. The people that we're surrounded by share the same beliefs, same points of view. They become our friends, our allies. And when you leave a belief system, often it requires leaving people who are associated with that. Now, again, it's just an example. It could be leaving a long-term partnership, and then that means certain mutual friends got to let go of because they were originally the friends of your partner, or family members of your partner that you really got along with and you really liked each other, and it's inevitable. So that's what I'm referring to. So that's what the next 2 weeks is about. It's that bridge. It's that taking that leap of faith, doing something that on one hand it's a bit challenging, it's not very fun, but on the other hand you really, really know that it's just what your soul urges you to do. So that's the message. Let's see what the runes have to say. So rune message for Aries for the next 2 weeks, please. I have Wungo in the upright, and it was. Okay. So they're pretty much saying the same things that the tarot just said, only in runic language. Wungo is talking about your heart and your desires and what brings you joy and what brings you excitement and what is it that you have artistic flair toward, what is it that you just want to do for fun. And then is that challenging bridge, that change that is inevitable to take if you actually want to pursue what it is that is in your heart, you know. To reach that level of harmony and joy, sometimes it requires a level of struggle, and that's pretty much the message for you for the next 2 weeks. So good luck, Aries. Okay, who's next? Now we're doing Taurus. Okay. Hey, Taurus. What's up? My life. Hello. Hope everybody is well, or at least reasonably well. Thank you. Welcome. Let's see what's going on for my Taurus seekers for the next 2 weeks, please. Message for Taurus for the next 2 weeks, my Taurus seekers. Okay, I want a couple more cards, please, for Taurus. Next 2 weeks. Okay. So we have the World and Five of Swords, both in the upright, and then followed by the Strength card in the reverse. So Taurus, there's a certain success level that you can be on the route of, be on the trajectory of taking on. It's a big deal. It can lead to really, really great positive changes in your life, but it does require going all in, kind of stepping through the portal. However, there are certain things that you're debating whether to do that or not over, because there are certain things that you're holding on to that you've put a lot of investment and faith into that you don't want to let go of. And you tell yourself that you don't want to let go of it because of the essence of it, because of the love in it, because of loyalty, because of holding on to faith and, you know, all that narrative. But the truth is, it's an aspect of your ego that is coming through from a place that is afraid to lose. You're holding on to something existing under the guise of, oh, I've invested a lot in it. Oh, I really love it. Oh, it's really important to me. But in fact, there's something a lot bigger out there for you that is meant for you. It's like the next cycle, right? The next destined cycle that is coming, that is becoming available. The path to it is opening because you've gone through a certain journey, because you've gone through this journey. This was in the upright in your life, but it has played out. You're holding on to the story and not the essence. You're holding on to the narrative, and not the thing itself. You tell yourself you're holding on to the thing itself, but you're not. And be cautious of not delaying this really great thing that is coming your way, or that you're expected to come to walk through for. Does that make sense? Let's see, let's clarify. Clarify the Five of Swords, and okay, Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's something that requires fast movement. It's an opportunity that will require you to take it for it to not be, you know, missed. It might require travel, a journey of some sort, and it's going to be fast-paced. You clarify the Strength in the reverse, please. Page of Swords. Again, it's an ideology. You're used to wanting that thing. You're used to being in love with that person. You're used to believing in that type of behavior, belief, way of life, career, place of living. You're used to it. You're used to wanting it. It's in your mind, no longer in your heart. Again, it was in your heart. It was a part of you. It was a legitimate aspect of your life for you. Again, no longer is. So let go of the mental, this is what I'm supposed to like, or this is what I'm supposed to hold on to for whatever cognitive reasons or logical reasons, and listen to your entire system, right? The spirit, the heart, the body, your inclination, other aspects of your mind. And then the answer would be quite easy. Okay, any clarification about this world card? What does this world card represent for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? The devil, it's something that you've wanted for a long time and judged yourself for. Something that you've put aside for the sake of something that you think is a greater purpose or more in alignment with objective spiritual truth as opposed to your own subjective spiritual truth. Maybe you've experienced shame of some sort. Maybe someone shamed you for wanting this, for wanting that person, for wanting that career path, for wanting that way of living, but it's not. Okay. Let's do the runes. Message from the runes, please, for the next 2 weeks for Taurus. You have Wungo in the reverse and Ehol in the upright. So let's see. Yep, there you go. Okay, Taurus. Stop sacrificing yourself in the name of some higher justice. It's a very just gonna say it's very Puritan like, it's very prudent like. It's like, well, the Bible says that witches are evil, whatever, so hence I should not be a tarot reader, something along those lines, okay? Or my culture says that I should not be in a relationship with someone from that culture, hence I'm going to ignore my heart and do what is quote unquote right and not pursue it. Follow your subjective, light-based truth. Stop diminishing your desires and your dreams and your joy for a big picture that isn't really even an objective big picture. It's an objective big picture in relation to how you lived your life or the people in your life. So it's also kind of subjective. So it's like not really objectivity. It's all subjective. So you may as well not be miserable throughout this subjective experience called life. There you go, Taurus. I hope this helps. All right. How is everybody? Are you here? You're awfully quiet. Okay. Let's do now Gemini. Hey, Gemini. Messages for Gemini for the next 2 weeks, please. Message for Gemini for the next 2 weeks. Oh, hold on. Forgot to add something. Okay. Gemini. Geminis for the next 2 weeks, please. One card. I need a little more. Okay, one more, please, for Gemini. Okay, Gemini, all water. Look at you. Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, and Four of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, and Four of Cups for Gemini. The reason I'm like making a face is because I know what the cards mean, but energetically it doesn't feel exactly like the interpretation of the cards. So I'm looking for the combination of the cards with the intuitive hit that I'm getting. Hold on. So Gemini, you want to express yourself emotionally towards someone. There's a sentiment of some sort that you want to show, but it's being overwhelmed with questions of what if, what will this person think, or what would this situation, how it will it turn out, what would be the answer. There's a lot of doubts, a lot of insecurity. Like you're thinking of all the ways in which this can go wrong. There are no guarantees and no certainties, and most of it is coming from your insecurity or just like kind of doom thinking. Um, the only way for you to know is by trying, by saying the words or writing the words, expressing yourself, because the person on the other side doesn't know what goes on in your head or in your heart. They're clueless. You might think they do, and you're assuming that, well, if they had felt or thought this and that, then they would have already said this. No, they're clueless. Uh, so you need to express yourself clearly with words. Otherwise, whatever this is, it won't come to terms. Any clarity? Three of Wands and the Moon. Okay. Yeah, this is something that you actually will have recognition over and cooperation and agreement, but you're so paranoid and scared about it. Uh, Ethan, hello from hell, aka Phoenix. I'm Gemini Venus. Hello, welcome. So there's a level of paranoia and fear and confusion in regards to something that is actually a lot simpler than you make it out to be in your head. So my recommendation is start with communicating with the people or the person relevant to the story. Now, there is a level of delusion here, so it's a sub aspect of the reading. So just for those of you that this applies to, not for all of you, but very few of you, you might have a fantasy or an illusion about something that is not in actual contact with you or not in in tangible relation to your life. Okay, very few of you, not all of you, but there's like a stan energy coming through, like a stalker fan type of thing. So if you don't know the person personally, never actually met, if your only understanding of this person is through a screen, then yes, this is a level of illusion that needs to be sorted through and recognized and coming to terms in a more emotionally mature way and setting boundaries for yourself, healthy boundaries. But other than that, if this has to do with personal interactions that are actually in your life, say the words. I feel like you'll be surprised at for the level of cooperation that you'll receive. Victor, Sedona, nice to catch you live. Thank you. Very nice to be here. Happy to have you guys. Okay, let's pull runes for Gemini for the next 2 weeks. So Gemini, you have Manaz in the upright with a hole in the reverse. Okay, so there seems to be a situation within Gemini, within a group or a community that you're, or a connection, strong connection that you have in your life, where not all the people there can be trusted. You don't have all the cooperation. So maybe that's why you're worried about not being perceived well if you'll express yourself. So there are those who will support you, and then there are those who don't. what you need to do is decipher which one do and which one don't, and the only way for you to do so is by expressing your thoughts, and then you'll see who stands, who comes forward in support of you and who does not. Right now, you don't have the understanding of it. So yes, there is someone within, or someone's within a group environment or a connection that isn't who they say they are. They don't support you the way they might express it, and the only way for you to find out is by coming forward and speaking up. So Gemini, I hope this helps. Zebra, Libra, welcome. The Money Tuba 11, hello. Glad to have you guys. Okay. Next up is Cancer. Sorry, the internet seems to be a bit slow, so if there's a lagging, I apologize. So I'm trying to put the sign of, there we go, it worked. Cancer, okay. Events. Okay. Cancer seekers, the next 2 weeks. Okay. We have King of Wands, and then Five of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Lovers. So we have a pair coming through. Your set looks cool, however, your voice is not synced and it's a bit choppy. I'm so sorry, I apologize. The conditions for recording recently have been very difficult for me and challenging. And it's either this or nothing. And I've been postponing the weekly lives for quite some time now, and I realized maybe you guys will prefer something over nothing. I hope this will sort out soon, and it's just like a momentary lapse. So thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So Cancer, and I will try to speak closer, I don't know, louder. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Five of Swords, the Lovers. So it's pretty obvious. There's a partnership for you, Cancer, someone that you're dealing with, romantic, and there's a level of should we stay or should we go? And this is like a mutual discussion. I see a mutual discussion between the two of you. Do we keep this up or do we part ways? The thing about it is the guidance here is that things can't stay as they are. They're not beneficial for neither of you. There's certain things that you don't see eye to eye. There's no cooperation, and it kind of takes away from the life force and energy of each of you. So the decision that is guided for you to make is, okay, if you guys are in and continue to be together, then certain changes need to be had, certain sacrifices need to be made on both sides, and then be followed through. Because if there will be an agreement made to stay together based on conditions that you're both agreeing to, and then one of you doesn't follow through or doesn't really hold up to their side of the bargain, then things will collapse, and probably in a worse manner where you won't be able to stay friends afterwards. So be sure that if you're having a conversation and you guys reach an agreement, that you genuinely intend to follow through what you say you'll do or won't do, and then that the other side, that you genuinely believe them, that they are able to follow through with what they say they'll do or won't do. Otherwise, it will just be harder. Otherwise, it will just be harder. And if you part ways, make sure that you're both in alignment. Because I don't know why I pick up there needs to be conditions. Maybe you have children together, or maybe you have a business together, or maybe you have property together, but Either way, if you part ways, make it amicable, make sure that everything is clear in advance, that you put all the cards on the table. Like, things need to be very, very decisive, either here or there, and your actions need to be aligned. Otherwise, it could be very problematic. Okay, now let's see what the runes have to say. Message from the runes for Cancer for the next 2 weeks. I have Ing and the Gaz as the sand clock coming out. So Cancer, your rune message for the next 2 weeks is you're working slowly but surely on creating stability in your life. It will require patience. It will require a process. It will require letting things show themselves. Meaning, okay, if you reach an agreement with this person about this is what you need to do in order to keep this going, for example, see what they do, day by day, if their actions are actually aligned with that. And then you'll be able to tell, like, only time will tell. So it will be hard for you to tell immediately if they mean what they say. You're gonna have to give it some time. But whatever you decide, it needs to be coming from a place of, I want stability in my life. And the rest is up to you. Okay, Cancer, thank you, and I hope this was helpful. Let's see, now we're doing Leo. Okay, here we are. You guys still here? Moment. Okay, I got this. We got this. Send some good electronic vibe, guys. Life Leo Sun here. Cool. Beverly still here. Great. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate the cooperation. Okay, I made it. Leo. All right. So message for my Leos, please. My Leo seekers for the next 2 weeks. Okay, one more. 2 more. Great. Ooh, Leo. Okay, so we're starting with Four of Cups and King and Knight of Wands. And then the High Priestess and Two of Swords. Okay. Leo. Leo, you're wanting to approach someone. You have the desire to do so, the urge to do so, the intuition and instinct to do so, but you feel really insecure. You're having doubts about doing that for several reasons. I think the person you're interested in approaching, maybe they're giving mixed signals, maybe it's not purposeful, it's just their either their character or where they're at in their life at the moment. There's something mysterious about it. There are certain things they can't tell you. They're also simultaneously dealing with extreme emotional difficulty. They're either dealing with a past trauma or something that is really blocking them in their life. it's something that they don't have power over, meaning that they didn't create, they didn't do. It wasn't something that was done because of they were, I don't know, reckless or lazy or whatever the case may be. It's just it was circumstantial to their life. And I think for whatever reason they want to hide it, they don't want to express it. I don't see anything malicious or malevolent. It's just personal and intense. So that's why. So I think if they sending mixed signals or they're being unclear or mysterious, it's not personal to you. It's just something that they're dealing with. That's who they are at the moment. So keep that in mind. So when you approach them, if their reaction is unclear to you, maybe try respectfully ask guiding questions so that you could understand better what the situation is. Maybe offer to help if there's something you can help with, and they'll decide if they want to share that with you or not. If they don't take it personally. Okay, that's a very specific message that is coming through. Anything else you want to say about this, please, for Leo? Wow, the Five of Swords has been coming out a lot. Five of Swords and the Hermit. Yeah, so I think they're hiding a secret of some sort, a very meaningful one. Something that they're carrying for a long time, and that they themselves are debating if to share that or not. I think maybe they're worried of being judged or how they will be perceived if they'll share it. I think they know that objectively they didn't do something wrong, but they're worried about how it's perceived by you or by others because they don't understand the circumstances, or they don't have the capacity. Like, until you walk in someone's shoes, you never know, right? So I think this person is very well aware of how it might be perceived. So that's why. So currently they're taking the path of keeping to themselves and not opening up and not conveying with you or with the world. It's a way bigger thing than you know of. Way bigger thing than you know of. And that's the most that the cards will show me. Okay, let's see what the runes have to say. Message from the runes for Leo for the next 2 weeks, please. I have the Guz in its upper, and then Ehwaz as well in its upper. Okay. So there's a major change, a major portal coming into your life in the next 2 weeks. You're about to cross a really massive bridge that is going to serve as a big change between what is now and what is next. Some of you are gonna look back and not recognize your life or yourself. It's gonna be such different now. It's a new start. It's a climbing of a tree. It's a dawn. It's a sunrise. So there's something very positive about it. So I believe the change is very, very positive, but it will require effort. There will be an element of shock to it. For some of you, it will serve as a surprise. For some of you, have been preparing for this for a long time. Either way, it's worthy of congratulations, because even if your case is that the process won't be easy or fun, the result will be very, very positive. So this is a good reading all in all. So good luck with that, Leo. Okay, thank you, Leos. Next is Virgo. How are you guys doing? Is everything all right? Okay. Virgo seekers, the next 2 weeks. What do they have in store for you? Let's shuffle the cards. Can you guys let me know how is the sound and image art at the moment in the chat? If it's sorted out, if it's still a little choppy, if it's doable, or if it's super disturbing, like what's the level? Virgo. Beautiful Virgo seekers, please. Beverly, sound is great. Yay, I'm so happy to hear. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Virgo, the next 2 weeks. Virgo seekers. We're starting with 10 of Swords and 3 of Cups. Interesting energy. Big turn of events. Some of you are coming out from a state of grief, or a state of a long, prolonged. Oh, my life. Thank you so much for the healing. For the healing. That's healing too, for the 20 Canadian dollars. Thank you for the super chat. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Is this a purchase of a, let me know if this was a donation or a soul scan, date of birth purchase booking. Okay, so I know how to address it. Meantime, Virgo, back to you. I want to pull more cards before I continue talking. Virgo. Wheel of Fortune and 2 of Cups. Okay. Okay, Virgo, massive turn of events. This is jaw-dropping. So if you've been through a very difficult time on many levels, if you've gone through grief, if you've gone through betrayal, disappointment, hardship, etc., could be all of the above. In the next 2 weeks, there's a big cause of celebration, something that is going to make you genuinely happy. It's going to serve as a complete turn of the wheel. It's going to feel and be very fortunate. Some of you, it could be either a love relationship that will work out really well, that will feel very uplifting. And some of you, it's on top of whatever the celebration is for. Your energy level are going to increase exponentially, feeling like you're a joyous part of life, like luck has remembered to exist in your life kind of thing, is going to return after a while that maybe you felt like you lost it. So this is really, really good. Okay, so my life, this is an energy soul scan. Cool. I will start the bookings. You guys, if you want to book, you want to do it now, and you want to be clear with me that it's a booking. So for example, if you're doing it through PayPal or Venmo, in the note, write the date of birth or the question, depending on what it is that you're booking. And if you're doing a super chat, write it in the super chat note. It's very important because it's hard for me to keep up with, like, to ask you what is it or to keep up with it, okay? And so you're going to do the bookings now while I go through the signs, and then I will start answering once I finish the readings for all the zodiac signs after I do Ophiuchus. And be sure to book before I reach Ophiuchus. Okay, so by the time I do Pisces, including Pisces. Okay, let's clarify this. I want to know more for Virgo. Is there any detail? Show me this 2 of Cups. 7 of Wands and King of Cups for the 2 of Cups. So this is someone that will stand up for you, Virgo. This is someone that will show up not just with words, but with actions. If they have feelings for you, which they seem to have many feelings for you, to them, love is a verb. It's not just going to be words. They're going to show their love for you by standing by you with actions, either standing up for you or just showing up for you with actions, be it act of service, being act of protection, whatever the case may be a good listening ear. It's going to feel very different than what you felt so far. So this looks amazing, Virgo. So good for you. If this is not romantic, then this could be a really good friend or a family member that just really shows up for you. But for the most part, because it's a 2 of Cups and I asked to clarify the 2 of Cups, this seems romantic. Okay. Let's do your runes. Message for Virgo from the runes, please. Now this in the reverse and Perdo in the upright. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is cut off. This is kind of dramatic. It's a cutoff of a very painful, either karmic or just nasty energy sent your way. It's a complete cutoff of it. Like energy, that energy is being cleared out of your life. You've either went through a very karmic cycle and you've finished it up completely, or for some of you, if this was sent your way, if this was an outside energy that was oppressive to you and hurting you, then either way, it's going away. And it's like it clears the way back for luck, for good karma, for fortune, for good surprises. Just it's a reinforcement of the wheel of fortune. It's like the path is being opened energetically, and that will play out in reality. So really, really great reading, Virgo. Super happy for my Virgo seeker tribe. Great. Happy next 2 weeks. All right. Next is Libra. Hold on, Libra. I'm right with you. How are you, my beautiful Libra seekers? Welcome, welcome. Okay. I feel like the heat makes me talk different. So weird. Libra for the next 2 weeks. This one, a few more for Libra for the next 2 more. There we go. Libra. You guys got the Moon, the Death card, and Page of Swords. Libra, you seem to be going through and possibly about to continue go through a very emotional, intense transformation. Like from your depth, from the depth of your psyche, from the depth of your soul, like the way you perceive yourself and the way your mind functions is going through a major change. And I feel like it might be so overwhelming to the system that you're trying to logic it in a very like cognitive, upfront in the conscious in the awareness like way. It's like you can't really it's so deep that it's hard for you to fathom or to put into words. So you're trying to intellectualize it, to understand it, but just don't the mind is not going to serve you, and just feel through it, and it's not going to be a linear process. It's going to be a circular and a zigzaggy and a chaotic somewhat of a process, and it's just by virtue of the intensity of what it is. It's very good, it's very healing, it's very important. You will come out the other side more aware of yourself, more empowered, more in alignment with your subconscious, more integrated. Right now, your psyche is really working on integrating contradictory aspects of yourself, on calling in fragmented aspects of your soul from past traumas, bringing pain to the forefront. Don't minimize it. Don't intellectualize it. Don't judge it. Let it be for the next 2 weeks. Let it do its job. Don't try to mitigate it. You can't. It's doing what it needs to do for you. Just let it be. It's going to be challenging emotionally, but it's like an inner process. Okay? So don't worry about it. It's not like dramatic on the outside. It's dramatic on the inside. So good luck with that. Any clarity or extra information that you want to give us for Libra, please, for the next 2 weeks? The Tower. I feel like some of you have a mindset that is going to break down. Maybe you'll encounter new information. Maybe you'll have your own personal experience with something that you used to judge from an outside place, perhaps, and now you're going to experience something similar, and you'll be like, oh, I should never have judged this or that. It's like you're going to really be forced or pushed or inspired to change your mind about something. And because it's something that you've built an entire belief system around, it will break down other aspects in your life of your belief system. It's like your mind will find it hard to keep up with what your psyche is now being revealed to. Let it fall. Let the misconception fall. Let the fake news that you've been eating up fall. Let context fill up the void that you didn't know was there when it comes to whatever this is. You don't have a choice because it's going to happen anyway. And then Ace of Cups, just kind of the wind just blew it out of the pack. So that's cool. So Ace of Cups shows that this is from your soul. This is renewal. This is healing. This is release of toxic belief system or narratives that weren't in alignment with your soul or with your psyche. It's a clearing, and it's going to serve as a great renewal. After that, you're gonna be like, wow, I see things so differently. So inspiring. So very cool. Good, Libra. Okay, runes for Libra for the next 2 weeks, please. I have Ehwaz in the reverse and Gebo. Now, Ehwaz doesn't really have a reversal, so even when it's reversed, it's kind of in the upright. But anyway, so yeah, that's exactly what I'm describing. It wasn't the reverse. It's like, it's a process, it's a change of consciousness, it's evolution of consciousness that might not feel very comfortable, might be a little bit of a bumpy road, but Gebo, it's the best rune, most blessed rune in the path of runes. It's a gift, it's alignment, it's happiness, it's going to lead you, it's going to put you on your path to where you can actually feel happy, because it's going to lead to you meeting the right people for you expressing yourself in a way that is more in alignment with who you are and what you truly believe in. So it's going to be a change and evolution that will feel a little bit uncomfortable, but will serve as a great gift for you and will come with reward. A tangible Gebo is a tangible reward, so it will come with a tangible blessing on the other side. So good luck. Okay, thank you, Libra. Who's next? Scorpios. Cuties. Or yeah. Welcome, guys. My life, you've been feeling that tower is coming. Yeah. Okay. Clear the deck a little bit. Scorpio. Message for Scorpios, please, for the next 2 weeks. What do Scorpios need to know? Okay, that's one. That's two. More. Next 2 weeks for Scorpio seekers. Okay. Ooh. So we have 8 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, followed by 5 of Cups and 10 of Cups. What you doing, Scorpio? Okay. So 8 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. You can't. Sorry, 1 second. You can't resolve a problem using the same mindset that created the problem. Okay, so let's say you have a certain approach to things, and that created an 8 of Swords, feeling caught up in something that feels like it's disempowering you, blocking you, painful, restrictive, imprisoning even. You feel like you're lost in your analysis paralysis. You feel like there's a no way out. You feel like there's a catch-22 and you're trying to work through it and out of it in the same manner that kind of brought you into it. So what is required is a complete change of approach, resolving it from a mindset that isn't the mindset that brought you into this. So, for example, if you have a certain belief system of how the other gender that you're attracted to has to be like, okay? And then you went out and found a partner that is in alignment with how you believe that that gender should be like, okay? And that created a lot of difficulties and a lot of problems because your connection is based on your ideology and not based on what is truly loving for you, okay? So now you're trying to resolve the issues in that relationship by still holding on to the narrative of how a relationship should look like or how the person you're with should behave like. Now, this is just an example. Copy paste it to literally anything that this applies to. Now, to do that will cause a level of pessimism because you're not just required to do a level of work that is challenging to resolve the situation and to free yourself from this really abrasive situation that you found yourself in. It requires you to also completely change your approach in general. A theme that is coming through for all the signs seem to be in the next 2 weeks changing of a belief system or changing of an approach or letting go of a set of ideologies or narratives. So the situations that we're dealing with are actually just a reflection of something way deeper that we're called to change. So it's not just a situation that you're called to change, it's also, in order for you to do that, you have to change your insides, right? And that's a lot harder than what it seems on the surface. So, you know, it's the Einstein definition of crazy. It's like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. If you're constantly trying to correct the situation that you're in using the same methods, that's insanity and it's not going to lead you anywhere. And I feel like the Five of Cups is like the level of emotional distraught that you're feeling with having to look at things from a different angle or approach things differently. Now, doing so will result in 10 of Cups. If you actually follow your bliss, if you follow the belief systems of your heart and of your higher self, not of the avatar and how you were indoctrinated through your life to believe is best, but via what is your soul truly is calling you for, then it will lead to genuine happiness, either within the same situation that you're in, only if the other party is doing the same exponential growth of consciousness, which is rare, but it's possible, or somewhere else. So this could require you getting a different job. This could require you getting a different partner. This could require you moving to a different place. Again, it really depends on your situation. Or it will require a very major leap in consciousness and transformation on both sides. Rare, but possible. But this all seems to happen in the next 2 weeks. So congrats with, or good luck with however things come to be in the next 2 weeks. Okay, now let's pull runes. Runes for Scorpio for the next 2 weeks, please. Gebo and Ehwaz. So Gebo is kind of in alignment with the 10 of Cups here, and Ehwaz is kind of in alignment with the 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords work that is required to do. Bliss is around the corner, but it requires an extreme enduring level of change and transformation and a transition from one way of life or from one approach to a different one. This joy and happiness will require a big change, and it seems to be like intense. Like the challenge is intense, but also the reward is intense. Like, so good luck with that for the next 2 weeks, Scorpio. I hope this was helpful. Okay. Next in line is Sagittarius. How are my Saggy seekers doing? Raise your hand if you're in the house. Okay, I can't see you raising your hand, so the proverbial hand raising would be, let me know that you're here in the chat or in the comments. Okay. Message for my Saggy seekers, please, for the next 2 weeks. Okay. Ooh. We have the Hierophant, and then we have 2 of Swords, the Hermit, and 5 of Swords. Okay. It's like everyone is guided to make big choices in the next 2 weeks. It's interesting. Sagittarius, with you, I see you very engulfed in your ways in the next 2 weeks because they're going to serve as a certain level of as a cushion for something difficult, emotionally difficult that you're dealing with. So even though eventually this will require to change or to evolve, at the moment, Spirit is kind of giving you a pass and saying you can rest up in the next 2 weeks. You can take a break emotionally and not do the work and not be on top of things and just let yourself immerse yourself in whatever it is that makes you feel good at this time while dealing with what you're dealing with. You won't be able to stay on the fence for long. You won't be able to stay in denial to the red flags for long. You will have to face it and deal with it, but maybe not in the next 2 weeks. You can take your time and rest emotionally, psychologically, and kind of stay in your ways for now. Because those ways are not completely bad. They're serving you in many ways. There is wisdom to them. There is truth in them. It's just not serving you at this time or anymore. So you too are guided to transform. Just you're getting a little bit of a pass, a little bit of a break from the universe. Any clarification? What is this in regards to, please, for Saggies? 7 of Pentacles. It's something that seems good on paper, but it hasn't been reaping results. Whatever approach or belief systems that you're carrying. It's like you planted seeds, you did all the job, you watered it, you waited patiently, but maybe you're now discovering that the soil wasn't right for that type of seed. So it's kind of hard to recognize that there's something that is required to change within you because you're like, well, I did everything right. You did do everything right, just in the wrong place, maybe. Just an example of how this could play out. And I feel like if you let yourself kind of be with your thoughts and be honest with yourself in the next 2 weeks, you will reach these conclusions and be more ready after the next 2 weeks to change, to make changes. Once again, you're getting a pass for now. Message for the next 2 weeks from the runes. We've got 3 runes. We have Ing, we have Weird, and we have Wungo, the upright. I feel like there's a place in the world or a situation in the world in which the same approach and the same investments will actually reap a lot better rewards and a lot of joy. And it's like, it's written, it's destined, it's there. Just need to recognize who you are in order for you to learn where it's best for you to place who you are at. Okay, so maybe the reason things haven't been working out in relationships, for example, is not because you've been doing things wrong. It's just maybe you've invested in the wrong people. Not that there's something wrong with them, but they just weren't a good fit for you. So it's not that you shouldn't be, let's say if you're a man, it's not that you shouldn't be nice or kind or honest or open-hearted with the woman that you date or whoever you date. It's just that dated people that weren't into you or it just wasn't meant to be. So it's not that you need to change being kind and sweet and open-hearted. You just need to realize who is for you and not for you. Does that make sense? And now it can play out in many ways. Depends on your situation. Good luck. I feel like there might be a lagging. Is the sound and image okay? Can you see me and hear me well? Let me know in the chat. If not, don't worry, it will be resolved. Like sometimes just the internet is lagging and then it becomes okay. The money too, but everyone is guided to make big choices in the next 2 weeks. I think I'll take a nap. Same here. Okay, next we have Capricorn. Barry, there is a delay. I'm sorry. I hope it will get resolved soon. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, Capricorn. Victor, it's not bad. The lag comes and goes. Good. I'm happy to hear. As long as the sound is good, that's the most important thing. Message for Capricorn, please, for the next 2 weeks. Capricorn, Cappy Seekers for the next 2 weeks. Okay, a little more. Okay, we're back. Capricorn. There you go. 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and 2 of Cups. This is a really, 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 this is really positive. Capricorn, there's something that you've worked really hard for, even fought for, invested in, didn't give up, took yourself outside of the box to try different things, and now you're reaping rewards. You're going to achieve a level of victory, success, could be promotion, recognition of some sort. If it's a promotion, it's going to come with a raise, for example. However it's playing out, you're going to be recognized for it very clearly and also be given something as a reward for it. Now, the Two of Cups shows me that there's also a really loving, harmonious connection with someone or with whoever is involved. I feel like if this is romantic, then the person that you're with is really appreciating you, even admiring you, feel like they won the lottery, feel like they've gained someone really, really like you're a catch. Okay, now this can go the other way around. You can be with someone or meeting someone where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm this lucky to be with someone like this. I can't believe so and so is into me. Well, believe it, because you're a hottie and you're a catch and you've earned it. You've earned your stripes. And someone is really proud to be with you, or you're very proud to be with them, and maybe it's mutual. Both of you, though, one small message, and even if it's not romantic, even if it's a work situation, be sure to not take this success for granted, to not be like, okay, now this person is completely in love with me and wants to be with me and think that I'm the sun, moon, and stars, so now I can just not invest anymore. No, they're into you and they think that you're the sun, moon, and stars because of the way you've behaved, because of what you did, because of how well you've presented yourself. So if you're going to stop, then they're going to be like, wait, does this person catfish me, or does this person suddenly change? Like they appreciate you for what you've done. So if you'll stop doing it, they won't appreciate you anymore. Don't take them for granted, otherwise they'll be out the door. Same applies to, let's say you got a promotion because you've done really well and you've invested at your job and you've been beyond and above with all the projects, but now that you're receiving the promotion, you're like, not investing anymore, not coming early to work, coming late, not being as productive as you used to be. That will be, then if you do that, then the promotion or the raise will be taken from you. So this is a very important, forewarned, forearmed. Continue the great behavior, either with the person or the job or the situation. Nice. Any clarifications about this for Cappy? Sean, no, I'm not a Cappy. No, I'm not Cappy. Wow. More good stuff, Capricorn. Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. So, cooperate with the people involved. Communicate what you know, listen to other people, follow through with your ideas, initiate. This is the time, baby. The next 2 weeks is the time to create, the time to initiate, the time to achieve, the time to take the opportunity, the time to take it to the next level with your partner if you're together, the time to move in together if you're already been living together and things are amazing, the time to propose, etc. Now are people like, but Venus is retrograde? Dude, Venus is just more intense. If it's right, it's right. And if it's wrong, it will blow up in your face. But in retrospect, you'll be happy for it, right? That's the kind of thing. Just don't do anything like, don't get married. I just heard a Vedic astrologer give a advice about Venus retrograde. She said, don't get married specifically in certain dates in August. I don't remember. Should just wait until October if specifically it's about marriage. And I'm not saying this, I'm just quoting someone that I heard saying this, so up to you if you take it or leave it. Okay. Runes. Message for Capricorns from the runes for the next 2 weeks. I have Hera and Gebo. Good karma. They're just reiterating the cards. Really, really good, beneficial, rewarding karma for past dues, for past investments, for doing the right thing, for being awesome. You're just reaping something really, really great. This could play out as just luck, kind of the universe bringing you something great. This can play out as people around you rewarding you for great things that you've done for them. This could be both. It's just really, really great reading, Cappy. Really, really happy for you. Just enjoy the next 2 weeks. Okay. Who's next? Aquarius. Beautiful Aquarian seekers, how are you doing? Just clarify something. So by the way, if you want to book a reading, you can still book it even though it's past 3 p.m. Eastern. Because the live went longer than I thought it would, so I'm changing it. So it's still open. Okay. Aquarius. Message for Aquarius, please. For the next 2 weeks. This one. Oh, too many cards. Nope. Aquarius. Okay, one more, please, for Aqua. Four of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Two of Pentacles. Okay. Aqua, take the next 2 weeks to really connect to what it is you really want. Right now, you think you really want something. You're not pursuing it because you have doubts and insecurities. However, I am not certain that what you are certain that you want, you actually want. I'm not saying that you don't. I'm saying it will benefit you to take the next 2 weeks to really zone in and be like, is this the thing that I want? Really in alignment with who I am, what I believe in, and who I want to be. If that's the case, you can still do what you want to do in 2 weeks. And if that's not the case, you'll be like, okay, I'm glad I waited. Now, I'm not insinuating that whatever you want, you automatically shouldn't want. It will vary between different Aquarians. So those of you who want something that is good for you, in the next 2 weeks, you'll just be more rounded about it and you will have a better approach for it and a better strategy. So either way, it will benefit you to wait, even if it's something that is good for you. So take a moment. Anything else about this? 9 of Cups. There is something that you really want right now. Some of you are really in tune with it, and then you want to take the next 2 weeks to gather and to plan how to approach it. And some of you, it's something completely different than what it is that you think you want that will unveil itself to you in the next 2 weeks, and then you will be happy that you waited. Okay. Runes, please, for Aquarius for the next 2 weeks. This is from the runes for Aquarius for the next 2 weeks. I have Fehu and Bill both in the upright. Beautiful. In the next 2 weeks, I feel like you're going to find yourself in a very containing, abundant, loving environment. Either you're going to visit home and things are going to feel really, really good. Either you have a home situation or a family situation in which you're feeling very supported and very loved and very cared for. Something is going to work out well with something financial, with something to do with safety, financial safety, with home, with property. Things are being birthed in the right process, in the right timing. It's going let nature run its course. Things are going to turn out really well if you practice positivity, patience, and respect to the process. Good news, good for you, Aquarius. Queen, I just listened to Libra and it was bang on. So glad to hear this because I'm drowning in my thoughts. I'm exhausting myself. Well, I'm glad this helped, Queen. Thank you for tuning in, and hi. And hello, T.S. Welcome. Okay, who is next? Pisces. So we have Pisces and Ophiuchus, and then I'm going to move on to answering the booking that someone booked, the date of birth message. Okay, so now we're in Pisces. Pisces. Guys, let me know how you like this setup. Me changing on the screen the sign so you know what sign comes up. It takes a little bit more time for me because I need to manage it. Let me know if it's worth it, if it's beneficial, if it's helpful, if you like the aesthetics. Yeah. Message for Pisces for the next 2 weeks. This 1, 2, 3. Okay. Page of Wands, 2 of Swords, and 3 of Cups. Interesting, Pisces. Okay, let's dive into this. Pisces, there's a certain adventure experience that you're about to dive into in the next 2 weeks, and you're doing this from a place that you tell yourself that you're being open-minded and adventurous, but what you are actually is being triggered by some psychological trigger that is to do with escapism. You're trying to avoid dealing with something in your life that has red flags to it. Maybe you're dating someone and you're seeing the red flags and you can tell that this could be turn into an issue or something painful for whatever reason, but you're having so much fun and you're introduced to new people and they take you here and they take you there and you're like, you know what? I deserve this fun. I deserve this adventure. Maybe I'll just put the issues aside and just get back to it later. I understand that approach. We all need the emotional, psychological rest. We can't always be on top of things. The psyche needs a break, just like your cell phone needs to be recharged. We can't constantly be on top of shit, doing the right thing, doing the strong thing. Sometimes we just need to kind of give ourselves a break. However, in this case, if you do that, it will only serve a level of escapism, and things will escalate to getting worse. So I don't know if that is worth it. It's up to you to decide. This is not a real catastrophe, but it is something you might end up regretting or be like, oh, I wish I addressed it when it was in front of me, or I wished I didn't avoid this and that issue that was, you know, if someone tells you who they are, believe them. So if someone tells you something problematic, but they're doing it with a smile and like a cheerful approach, listen to what is actually said, right? So if someone tells you, oh, I don't know if I, for example, just an example off the top of my head. Someone saying, oh, I don't know if I believe in monogamy and I think love is love and things need to be free. And you know that that's not for you. You know, you want monogamy and you know, you want loyalty. Again, just an example. But they're saying it with such a loving demeanor and there's so much fun and then they kiss you and they make you feel great. Listen to what is said, not the way that it's said. Does that make sense? Often people go into debates like in a way that is really unintelligent. They'll like focus and only be triggered by the way someone is saying things, but completely ignore the content of what is said. Right? And then they start arguing over something that isn't even like if they had heard the words, they would know that they think the same way, for example. Like it's exhausting to talk with someone like that, right? When you're saying something, they don't like the way you say it, or they don't like the way you look, or they have some other issues and triggers, so they completely take your words out of context and they make shit up with the way they respond to you. And you're like, I literally did not say that. How annoying is that? Okay, think of that and then don't do that, but in the other way around. Like if someone says something really nasty, but with a smile and with charm, it's like, no, fuck off. You can't say that to me, or I don't like that. Like someone is going to cover up their problematic approach with like something that seems fun and nice. Don't fall into that. Any clarity about that for Pisces for the next 2 weeks, please? Eight of Wands. Think fast and be quick on your feet. Don't stay stuck in things because of their appearance. Just listen to what is said. You don't like it, immediately step yourself outside of the situation. Like don't stay stuck in the loop. Enter into something that is really amazing quickly. Don't overthink it. Exit something that you know is problematic quickly. Don't overthink it. Message from the runes, please, for Pisces for the next 2 weeks. I have Kenaz in the upright and it was in the reverse. Yeah, you're going to be tempted or invited to do something that isn't in alignment with you, but it's going to be, again, they're repeating the tarot. It's going to be embellished in a way that makes it seem so positive and so flattering. You know what it's like? It's like someone is like, oh, Pisces, can you please go and tell that person that's so-and-so that they shouldn't do XYZ. I would say it to them myself, but you're so much better at it, you know, and then you go and do it and you're the one who's being punished for it. Like maybe a coworker wants you to go to your boss and tell them that they shouldn't do this project, whatever. And they're like, oh, I would do it myself, but you're so much better at it. Come on, you're so much braver. You know, it's like manipulative. Don't be used like that. Don't fall to flattery. Someone knows how you operate and might use it against you for whatever reason, and just don't fall prey to it. If you fall prey to it, I warned you. Okay, good luck, Pisces. Last but not least, Ophiuchus. Any Ophiuchus in the house? Ophiuchus for the next 2 weeks, please. Ophiuchus for the next 2 weeks. Beautiful Ophiuchus seekers. So I have 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Ophiuchus, this is so simple and awesome. The next 2 weeks, you seem to dropping some burdens, some weight that you're like, why have I been carrying this in the first place? It's like you've been on a rot of some sort, on a cycle, like gotten used to doing some things that are not serving you, that it's not your job to do. You shouldn't have to take it on yourself, but it's like you're in it, so you're already continuing it, but then something breaks that wheel, and it's like breaks that habit, and you're experiencing something different. Maybe you're forced to take a break. Maybe suddenly something happens and you don't have to do it for a second, and you get the taste of like what it's like to be focused with your energy and just doing the things that you're supposed to do. Zebra, Libra, thank you for the Libra reading. You're welcome. Thank you everyone for being here. Victor, thank you to you too. So Ophiuchus, you're like, okay, I think I'm done carrying this load that isn't even mine, or was mine but not anymore. I think I'm done being coerced, doing things I don't want to do or don't need to do. You're taking a break, you're taking some time off, and that helps you really regain your understanding of what is it that is for you, and what is it that you want to focus on, what is it that can, if you focus on, can get you way better results and give you a sense of safety, security, and stability. You're just dropping the bullshit, focusing on one or two really poignant, important things, and that's going to really work out well. You deserve that, work smart, not hard kind of energy. Any clarification about this for Ophiuchus for the next 2 weeks? 5 of Swords. Don't sit on the fence. Don't retreat. Don't go back to what you've been doing as soon as you realize that it's not good for you. Don't be pulled back. Don't wait forever with making decisions. You'll end up nowhere. Make a very clear decision. What is it that you're focusing on? Where is it that you want to take? Which path you want to go on? When you walk, you get there. But if you walk there and then you go back and then you go there and you try to walk 2 paths, you don't get anywhere. Or if you carry too heavy of a workload, you don't get anywhere. It's heavier, it's harder, you only reach halfway before you collapse. Just be smart about the choices that you make in the next 2 weeks. It will turn out to be good for you, okay? Runes for Ophiuchus for the next 2 weeks. Raido in the upright and Taurus in the upright. Be proactive and insistive and strong about what it is that you want to do, the way you want to do it, and where you want to do it. This is your decision to make. Communicate it and do it. You have the power to do so. You have the stamina to do so. You have the indignation to do so. Persevere. Be consistent. Don't try to please others. Please yourself at the moment. Just go for it. And you'll get there. All right. Honestly, by the most part, really great messages for all the signs. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for tuning in. We shall do this again. Now, let's do the soul scanning message for my life. Thank you, my life, for booking a soul scan message. So your date of birth is October 14th, 1966. Are you still here in my life? 10/14/1966. So that's 1/5. I know that you're still here, love. Oh yeah, you're here. Great. It's 1/5. Just so much time. It's 5/22. 6/22. Okay. Message for my life. Libra. There's a volume of knowledge picking up on. I don't know if you're writing a book, conducting a course. The written word is involved or is advised to be involved. Speech, communication. You're creating a lecture. And this is something that shouldn't be left as like one episode or one video or one page, or it's like I'm picking up on a big volume of knowledge. So if there's something that you want to put out into the world, first of all, do it. You've started, this is a confirmation to continue and make it as big as you can. Like, don't be like, oh, this is too much. I should take this part out. I should just talk about, just make it like a Dante's Inferno or something like the Bible. I don't know, like something big in its volume. Like, don't be shy with the pages. Again, if it's a book, I don't know. Or the length of the content, whatever the case may be. Now, I'm not saying to be repetitive. I'm not saying to be overly chewing on a topic. Not saying to reiterate, but as much as there is for you to express, right? Are you working on something, or have you written something, or are you teaching something, or not yet? I'm also picking up on drawing, so I don't know if it involves like images or drawings for that, pictures or photos. Feel free to, not yet, not yet. So is there something that you have in mind though? Here's the thing, this is something that you came here to do. Like, this is one of your soul's goals kind of thing. So if you're saying not yet and you're in 1966, I'm wondering why. Why has it been not in the forefront? Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying it from a place of judgment. I'm saying it from a place of curiosity. Maybe it's not something you're meant to write, rather to read and learn and become very knowledgeable about. Maybe it's something that you need to like bring back to life. Maybe it's an old scripture or an old book or an old belief system, maybe from an ancient culture that you want to kind of maybe bring back to the forefront. Either way, if you're creating it or if you're reimagining it, I'm picking up on like a big volume of knowledge. So take that, do whatever you see fit with it, But if it's something in you that you have been delaying or just not going for it, just go for it. That's just the message that is coming through. Ideas not fully formed because I've been an overwhelmed nurse who suffered burnout. Gotcha. Okay, we'll figure it out. Sit down, cut, clear your schedule, make the sacrifices, lead this, sit down and figure it out. That's the message that is coming through very, very strongly. Like you're not living your soul purpose. Just recently retired and starting to play more in my life. Okay, well, no time like the present. You have circumstances in alignment and you can just do it. So good luck with that, and I'm looking forward to reading it one day. Let us know. Nope, not a bit choppy, but sort of like metaphysical filter style. Cool. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay magic, stay true, and I will see you next time. Love ya. Bye for now.